and why moisture is important. Okay, so here we go. We have naturally curly hair. First thing we need to know is curly hair is curly hair. There is no such thing as mixed hair. There is no such thing as black hair. There's no such thing as white hair. There's curly hair, there's straight hair, there's wavy hair. Okay? So things that work for an Asian person with curly hair can be things that work for a black person with curly hair, can be things that work for a Coblin Asian with curly hair. It's just curly hair. Curly hair has issues of dryness. That is because you have sebum. Everybody produces sebum. Everybody. That is the natural oil that comes out of your scalp, okay? Sebum will slide down your strands. When you have curly hair, it don't slide, okay? It gets about right here, and then it just kind of cease and desist from keep traveling, okay? So that's just what it is with curly hair, and that's why we have issues of dryness, all right? That's really all it is. People with straight hair, their sebum just be sliding all the way down to the end, and it just gets oily and greasy. That's why they wash their hair so much. So it's just like the sebum's ability to make it all the way down the hair strap. Ours just don't go that far. Poor sebum. Okay, so what we do is we add moisture to our hair, and there is really one way to moisturize your hair. Who knows the one way to moisturize your hair? Water. Water! High five with that. Yes, water. What else works is water-based things. So people talk a lot about aloe. Why does aloe work? Aloe is like almost 90% water. That's why it works. So it's mostly water. You know, when you cut that aloe plant, you got all that mucilage. That's the snotty stuff that's in there. That's why it works. Flax seeds, anybody ever heard of flaxseed gel? Same thing, any beans or lentil. Has anybody ever made beans where you set them in the pot overnight, you know, to soak up, and it makes that slime? It's called mucilage. It just happens naturally. The cool thing about that mucilage is our hair loves it. So high five to that, and it's cheap. So when we're talking about moisturizing our hair, we want to start with water. There is a misnomer out there that people believe that you're not supposed to put water on your hair. That's a relaxed double lie. So, yes, that's a relaxed double lie. You could put water on your hair when it was relaxed too. It would just make it curly, which is what we weren't trying to do then. Exactly. Water is not bad for your hair. Water is not going to kill your hair. It's not going to choke your hair. It's not going to break off your hair, okay? Things that you need to know about our water here in this lovely state of Kentucky. We have some of the hardest water in the country. Yay! Wait, no, it's really not a good thing. Okay. Why hard water is bad? What hard water means, it means we have a lot of minerals and deposits in our water. So when you're getting the water, you're getting minerals and deposits too with that. So those things can build up. That's why they make products like CLR, calcium, lime, and rust, because that's what's in our water and that's what's building up. If it can build up in your bathtub, it can build up in your hair. Yes, that's why we wash it and do things like that. You can do things like use distilled water. The Micro Mist here uses distilled water. My steamer, go Kia, she'll work just fine on regular water. But you have to clean her more often. But it's fine. She works just fine on regular water. If you gave her distilled water, she probably wouldn't know how to act. You know, but that's okay. She's special just the way she is. So when we're moisturizing our hair, we're going to start with water, always. So you don't always have to wash your hair every day. I suggest you wet it every day. I stick my head under the shower, except for when it's blown out like it is now. This has been driving me crazy. I wear a blowout for an entire 5 days. Hooray. Tomorrow morning this will be all kinds of wet and just back to all kinds of nappy. Thank you, Jesus. So we're going to start with water, and then we add water-based moisturizers. How do you know if you have a water-based moisturizer? Well, you can use a natural product that's water-based like aloe, or when you get your product, the first ingredient is going to be water. See, you guys already know this stuff. Very simple. Okay, so let me see what I got in my bag. Hey, Tanya, you got your bag?
I do have my bag, but I also have the camera. Ha ha.
So, it's that bag right there. We've just got some stuff to show you. Another thing I wanted to show you real quickly is ways that we want to help keep our hair moist and not dry. This is the cutest thing ever. Oh, she's got good stuff in here. Tanya brings good stuff. It's nice to have a friend that travels and picks up stuff from all over. This is called a cotton Konvert towel. I bought it from a girl she sells on Etsy. They're so cute. Mine looks wrinkly because I wore it as a turban the other day, and I was fired, just so you know. But I'll pass this around. It's clean.
What?
I was fired.
I thought you said fired. Not fired.
So the thing I love about this is this.
That would be California slang.
California, sorry. I am from Cali. I'll say all kinds of stuff. On one side, it's t-shirt material. On the other side, it's a cottony fiber. Here at the Natural Alternative Salon, they use microfiber towels. That's if you're fancy, okay? We ain't fancy in my house. You can also use a plain old-fashioned t-shirt. I just like these because they're super cute, right? And they come in all sorts of different colors. So after you've wet or washed your hair, it's very important how you treat it as soon as you get out. If you wrap your head with that same towel that you was about to wrap your body with, we're gonna have problems, okay? First of all, those towels are just gonna pull and snag at your hair. Secondly, they're just robbing it of moisture that you just put in. So why would you do that? We wanted the moisture in our hair, right? Right. I normally don't even dry my hair. I do this, and this, and then some of this, and some of that, and then I'm done. That's just it. It just drips a little bit, and I'm okay with that. Good for you. Secondly, so from the water, then we go to a water-based moisturizer. I got a lot of them in here. So we have one, this is Kinky Curly Spiral Spritz. Its main ingredients are lavender water. She also uses a lot of mucilage in her products, so Aloe Vera Gel, glycerin, blah, blah, blah. We have, that's by Kinky Curly. This is Komaza Care. This is their Shea Butter Hair Lotion. This is amazing because I don't even like Shea Butter stuff, but this stuff, oh my goodness, it's so good. Right. Who else uses the Komaza Care? Girl, you better go. So you guys can open these, smell these. They're mine, so that's okay. Just don't walk away with them because I will find you. And you see the first ingredient in this is water. So once again, this is a water-based moisturizer. That's how we know what we're doing. We'll start passing some stuff that way. This is by Darcy. I love Darcy's Botanicals. You guys are just going to hear me keep talking about the same products because they're the ones I like. So if you want to hear something else, watch somebody's YouTube channel that likes something else. Yeah, the micro mist also shuts off by itself. Yeah, not so much. You have to shut this off or it'll burn your house down or something. So, whatever, beautiful. And you're going to get that right height though. You see the adjustable bar?
Get the ironing board and you'll fix it like you want to.
High five to the ironing board. I love that. Okay. This is a Shea Butter cream, but its first ingredient is water too. I'll get that way. Water-based moisturizers again. Hey, Ro, where are you at? Yes. Are you there? My cousin Ro loves this stuff. This is not her flavor, but Oyin Handmade makes juices. All the juices are the same. She has juices and berries. It is always in her purse. Yes. I am not lying. She'll be like, oh, we going somewhere? Hold on real quick. Yes, I'm ready. I'll be like, oh, what am I going to do? Girl, give me that bottle. Yes. But this is the grape juice. All their juices, they're the same. They just smell different. So feel free to crack this open, smell it. You know, that's very good. This is a gel. We're not there yet. Hold on. Let me make sure there's nothing else in there. Oh yes, Oyin also makes, they have small little to-go bottles, so these are perfect to put in your purse. This is Frank, so Frank juice is scented with frankincense. Juices and berries smells like juices and berries. Grape juice probably smells like Greg. It was made for like her brother or something, so I don't know, maybe that's how he smells, whatever. But if you like frankincense, this smells great. If you don't like frankincense, just pass it by, okay? But that's what it smells like. But all of them are the same. I get that question a lot, like what's the difference? There isn't one. Okay, let's see what Tanya has in her bag. Smells like Cheerios. Tanya loves fabulous stuff. Ooh. Oh, this is the one you were just telling me about. Okay, so I haven't used all these. Tanya has a fabulous job that sends her all over the place. So she finds and seeks out natural hair stores and will call and be like, girl, guess what product they have here? And we'll just like talk products while she's doing claims and I'm working. Okay, so the first ingredient is this. It is aloe. So it's not water, but remember I told you aloe is, majority of it is water. So it counts as a water-based moisturizer. Y'all had that on this side.
And just like with Sherilyn, please bring them back.
Yes, she will hunt you down.
I have a question.
Yeah,
do you wash your hair every day?
I do. Every day, this is what I actually do. I get my hair wet in the morning. I pick my favorite moisturizer that I feel like using that day, and I have a lot. Just put it on, and then we go to the next step, which I'm going to go to, is sealing. This is Hydratherma Naturals. This is really good stuff. She swears by it. I've never actually used it because she uses protein in her line, and I'm not a protein lover, but plenty of people love it out there, so. Oh, it's new. It's not open.
It's okay. You can pop it. It's fine.
Aw, you're sweet. Thanks, T-Thing. Oh. Oh my God. Okay, just smell this real quick, though, because it smells delicious. Right. Okay, we'll pass it around. I just had to have somebody verify that it smells delicious. Okay, so after your next step, after that is, after moisturizing is you want to seal, okay? So what sealing is, it's keeping the moisture in the hair, right? Right. So if you just put moisture on it, eventually that stuff will come out, so we use sealants. Some of the moisturizers that we passed around, like the Shea Butter Lotion, has shea butter in it, so it's a natural sealant. You really don't have to do a next step unless your hair dictates that you need another step. But we'll just go over it really quickly.